Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we are gonna build full stack task management project using React.js and Spring Boot with microservices architecture. Yes guys, first time we are gonna use microservices architecture in our project. That means we have a separate project for user service, we have a separate project for task service, and we have a separate project for submission service. Also we have a gateway project and Eureka server as well. Okay, so guys, first let's see the demo. After the demo I will let you know all the technologies we are going to use in this project, and also I will explain a little bit about microservices with monolithic architecture, why we need microservices instead of monolithic in the production mode. Okay, so guys, let's see the demo first, what we are gonna build in this project. So let me explain first flow. So guys, our flow is simple. We have a two role in this our project, admin role and user role. So admin can create new task and assign to the user, and now user can submit that task after completing, and now user have the ability to see all the submissions of a user and check if all things are good, then he can accept the task or decline the task. Okay, that's it. So that's the flow of our project. Now let's see the demo, then you can understand better. So first you can see guys, I am logged in with Anjali's account who have a admin role. So first now let me log out. From here you can sign in, and if you don't have account then you can sign up as well. So let me click here and so this as well. So here you need to give your name, email, role and password, then you can register. But if you have already account then you can sign in as well. Okay, so guys, you can see this effect as well. Okay, we are gonna build this beautiful login page in our project as well. Now let me give you the email. Also guys, we have a validation in this, so you can see that please enter a valid email address. If I didn't write anything, you can see email is required. Okay, so yeah, we have a validation also. Now let me logged in with Anjali's account. So anjali@gmail.com. then here I need to give password, so let me give password and let's logged in. Okay, you can see I am logged in successfully, and now guys, I can create new task. So let me click on create new task. First I will give here a title, so I will give create music website. Okay, and need to give image, so let's go to here and search for music, and let's copy this image address. So copy image address, let's go to here, paste it over here, then description. Here we need to write something about our project. So let's say use latest technology for this project. Also you can see that also use microservices. Okay, and inside tag guys, we need to give what are the tech stack you want to use for this project. So let's say I want to use Angular as a front end, then Spring Boot as a back end. Okay, if any other framework you want to use like Python, Node.js, you can use that as well, because we have a microservices architecture. So you can create your project in separate frameworks. You don't need to create all the services in only one framework. Okay, like Spring Boot. Maybe you can create your user service in Node.js, task service in Python, and submission service in Spring Boot. You can do like this as well. Okay, but for now this project guys, we are gonna use only Spring Boot. In the future we will make a project like this. Will use different services for different Microservice. I mean, will use different frameworks for different services. Okay, but for this project we'll use only Spring Boot framework for all the services. And from here guys, you can set the deadline as well, and let's create. Now let me go down, and here you can see create music, use the latest technology for this project, also use microservices. Our task is created guys here, and you can see we have given two text tag like use Angular for front end and Spring Boot for back end. Okay, that are done. Now guys, after clicking on this three dot, here you can see assign user, see submissions. If you want to edit this task, you can edit this as well, and you can delete this task as well. So let's edit this task. So what I'm gonna do, I will go here and change the image of this project. So let me find yeah, let's use this copy image address. Let's go to here, and I will replace this with I guess yeah, this is the fine. Okay, also you can change the music I mean title and description as well. Also you can change this deadline as well. Okay, so now let's click on the update, and you can see our project is updated successfully. Our images change. Okay, and if you want to delete any project, you can do this as well, but for now I'm not gonna delete this project. What I'm gonna do is I will assign one user. So what I'm gonna do, I will assign to Ram. Okay, you can see second user we have Ram. All these user guys you will see here which are registered with your application. Okay, you will find all the users here. So now let me assign this task to Ram. So I need to create select, and so here you can see I am logged in with Ram's account, and here I have got this create music website. Okay, now let's go back to our admin's account and assign another task as well. So this, you can see this copies of website. First let me go to here and refresh it once. So you can see I have only one task in Ram's account, but let me assign one more task. So assign to user, and let's go to Ram. I have selected. Let's go to Ram's account. Not here. Let's refresh the page, and you can see now in the Ram's account he have two pending tasks. Okay, one is copies of website, and second is create music website. All right. Now in the home you can see all the pending tasks, and inside done section you can see all the done tasks, okay, which are done. All right, now let's go to home page, and let's create let's go to GitHub, and let's go to my profile. Okay, let me copy this, and let's submit this task guys. Now what we are gonna do is submit the tasks. So user can click on the submit, and here write the description like this project is done. So project is done. Let's click on GitHub URL, and here we need to pass the URL of our repository in which we have complete this project. Okay, now let's create on the submit. So this task is submitted guys. Now let's go to admin's account. Here you can see, and let me first show you this first task. Okay, so in the C submission you can see the submissions, and here also you can see the submissions, and for this project you can see no submissions. Okay, this create e-commerce we don't have any submissions, Now let's go to here, like this create music. Ram have submitted this task, so let's say the submissions. So you can see the submissions, and clicking on that go to URL, you can go to that URL as well, which Ram have submitted. Okay, after checking the URL and repository code, he can decline the task, either he can accept the task. So let me accept the task. So you can see accepted, our status was changed. Now once I accept that submissions, what happen, our project status will be done. Okay, so let me refresh this project and let's go to here, let's go to done, and you can see in the done we have this create music website as well. Okay, and let's go to now Ram's account, and here now if I refresh, you can see I have only one pending task, because a create music task was accepted by admin, and now it's in the done category. All right, so yeah guys, this fantastic filter feature also we are gonna implement in our project. Now let's go to here. Also guys, we have assigned, like this task is assigned, not assigned. You can see this 3 tasks are still pending, which are not assigned to anyone, and this task is assigned. Okay, I hope I have covered all these things. Now let's go to our documentation and understand about a little bit about our project. Like these are the technologies guys we are going to use in our project. Spring Boot for backend, all our microservices we are going to build in Spring Boot. Then we are going to use MySQL as a database, React as a front-end library, Redux slice we are going to Redux Toolkit, not slice. Okay, sorry. So we are going to use Redux Toolkit for task management, then Tailwind CSS for CSS, and MUI for component library. Okay, now let's see the microservices with monolithic architecture. What is the difference between these two? Okay, so as you can see, imagine a big single and tightly connected building where everything is housed under one roof, like a giant shopping mall with all the stores and services located in one massive structure. You can see here big one mall. Okay, so different shops are in there, like clothing, grocery, then much more. Okay, you may understand. All the shops are located in this only one single shopping mall. The key point is in monolithic architecture, all the component of software applications are tightly integrated in a single unit. Okay, what do you mean by that? Like I have built this project using microservices, but imagine if we have built this project using monolithic, then we have all the services in one single project, like user service, task service, and submission service, and we have a relation between those services. That means let me show you in the code. Like let me go to first task service. Okay, and in the task service, let me show you the model. So here you can see we have a user ID, actually not here. Let's go to submission service. Okay, and in the model, you can see the user ID, like which user submitted this submission, and for which task this submission is, and see the task ID as well. And imagine guys, if we have built this project using monolithic, then we have a entity relationship here, like one to many, many to one, or one to one, like this. And if we give a relation like this, then our services are depends on each other. Let's say if our user service may go down, then our task service and submission service are will not work as well because our user service is down. And if submission models or submission service implementation or submission control have any problem, then also our whole application will be down, it will not work. But that's not the case with microservices. If our submission service is down, then our task service and user service will working fine because these are the separate project. Okay, and these services have a separate database. Okay, so these are the guys advantages of microservices. And now let's see the microservices. So picture of a bunch of smaller independent buildings that works together but are not physically connected. Okay, and think of a town where each shop, school and house is a separate building and they communicate and collaborate with each other like this. The key point is in microservice, different parts of software applications are deployed and deployed as a separate smaller services as they can operate independently. So let's go to here. So guys, this API gateway, submission service, task service and user service, all the services have their own database or have their own project. Okay, and this all the projects are different. We can deploy all this in a separate server as well. We don't need to separate in only one server. We can separate this, we can deploy this API gateway in different server. We can deploy this submission service in different server, and we can deploy this task service in different server. Okay, like this. So yeah, also guys, we have built all these services only using Spring Boot. But if you want, you can use user service building Node.js framework and task service using Python, maybe Django, or you can build a submission service using Spring Boot. Okay, so yeah, that ability you will get in microservices. You will now not dependent only one framework anymore. You can create your services in different framework as well. Okay, yeah guys, I guess that's enough for theoretical. Now let's jump into the project and let's create first our user service. Okay, now let's check Maven here, Java, then Spring Boot 3.2.1, then group com.jos, here artifact ID, task user service, name task user service, and description user service for task management project, and project package name com.jos. Packaging will be jar and 17 version. Okay, so guys, now we need to add some dependencies. You can see I have selected Spring Security, Lombok, Spring Boot Dev Tool, Eureka Discovery Client. Why we need Eureka Discovery Client? So guys, here you can see our all the services like user service, task service, submission service and gateway service are registered with the this Eureka server. Okay, so that's why we need that Eureka Discovery Client. So let's go to Spring Initializer again, and then we have a MySQL driver and data GPA. One more dependency we need, and that is nothing but Spring Web. So let's select the Spring Web, and yeah, now let's generate our project. So let me click here, and here I will save it. Let's go to here, let's open it, and let me extract all. and let's open with IntelliJ IDEA. Okay, so guys, if you don't have IntelliJ IDEA, you can download from the browser. Okay, it's a free tier. And now let's load the project. So after loading project, it will take some time, and then let's go to src main resources and this properties file. So let's refactor name from properties to YAML file. YAML file. Okay, I refactor it. So here guys, we need to give the port first. So spring dot or maybe application dot port, I guess. Name server dot port. Okay, server dot port I will give 501. Then we need to give application name. So spring dot application dot name, and name will be user service. So user service, user service. Okay, now we need to provide the MySQL driver class. So let's go to here, and this website spring.io guys. Inside spring.io you will get this configuration. Okay, so let me copy this and let's go to our project, and here I will define. Now let me comment it out all this, and what I'm gonna do, I will copy this first line, then you can see updated. Okay, auto DDL, Control Z, update. Okay, like this. And then let's copy this as well. So you can see data source, then let's copy this, sorry, Control Z, copy directly, let's paste it over here, and I need to remove this. Why it's giving like this? So let me fix this. Spring dot. Okay, wait, let's do one thing guys, not right by ourselves, but what we are gonna do is let's go to here, let's copy this, let's go to ChatGPT, and let's use ChatGPT convert this into YAML file. So yeah, now guys, ChatGPT will write code for us, then why we need to worries? Let's use this. Okay, simple. Remove this. So you can see JPA Hibernate DDL auto updated. So guys, whenever we will change any entity field, it will automatically update in our database. So that's why we need to give this auto updated. And in that data source here, we need to provide our MySQL database URL. So currently we are using localhost. Okay, and here we need to provide a database. So let me open my database, and so this one guys, I'm gonna use this database. If you don't have, you can create in your database, but I will use this IT task user service. And here we need to provide a username. So our username, local database username will be root, and my password is, let me provide here my password, 7090 and Ashok. So guys, don't use my password, use yours. Otherwise it will not work, because in your local machine your password will be different. And yeah, let me remove this. We don't need a JPA. So SQL true. All right, our configurations are done. Now what I'm gonna do is I will stop all my projects here. Okay, so let me stop this as well, this as well, and this as well. Now let's start my project. This start user, what it is asking for, enable logbook. Okay, so let's enable it. Okay, here you guys, you can see our project is running successfully, but we have this error like cannot execute request on any unknown server. So what we are gonna do is we will go to pom.xml, and here we are providing this Spring Cloud Starter Netflix Eureka client, but we are not giving any configuration like which server you should get connected. So we are not providing that configuration. That's why it's yelling on it on us. But what we are gonna do is we are gonna comment out this dependencies. Now you may have question like if you want to comment out this dependencies, then why you edit it? So guys, we'll comment it out this dependency when we implement Eureka server. Okay, till now let it be commented, but when we implement the Eureka server, that time we'll comment it out. So now let me reload it, and let's refresh our project. Stop and refresh, and let's go to here. Yes, and also you can see our Spring Boot's default password is generated. Now let me close this, our configurations are done. And let's go to Java, and here let's create one package, new package, and I will give it name model, and let's create new class. So user, I will give it user, and I need to annotate it with entity, because it's gonna be our entity. No args constructor, all args constructor, and data for getter setter methods. So guys, since we are using logbook, we don't need to write getter setter and no args constructor and all args constructor manually. We can use just this annotation, and it will provide us getter setter methods and all args constructor and no args constructor as well, without writing any code. Now let me change the table name in our database. So for this we need to give here table name equal to, here I need to give users. So users, and first field we need is ID. So long ID, and we need to annotate with ID annotation. Also we need to provide it auto generated. So let's write here generated value, then strategy equal to generation type auto. Okay, then let's provide a password. Okay, then let's provide here string email. All right, now what I'm going to do is let's provide role. So it's gonna be also string. Password, email, then role, and let's provide full name. String and full name. Okay. Now what we are gonna do is first, guys, we are gonna complete our Spring Securities configuration. But before this, we need the what we need. Let's create a configuration package first. Config. Okay, inside this config package will write all our files related configuration. So first, application configuration. Application configurations means app config, you can say. Okay. So now what we are gonna do is first we need to annotate this class with configuration because it's our configuration class. Okay. Now inside this we are gonna use security filter chain method. So let's do this. Security filter chain. So security filter chain, then here we'll use HTTP security, HTTP security, and HTTP, and it will throws exception if any found. Now let's start. So HTTP dot session management, HTTP dot session management. So inside session management we need to provide management session creation policy, session creation policy. Inside the session creation policy we need to make it a stateless. So session creation policy stateless. Okay. And now guys, let me explain this one. What is the session creation policy stateless? So by default we can't now access any endpoint of our application. So let's localhost 541. It will ask us to first log in, and once we logged in, it will store our credential in cookies in our browser. Okay, so that behavior happen by default by the Spring Security. But what we want, that don't use your don't use your session creation policy. We will provide us like our means we'll use JWT token and will store that JWT token in local storage and will handle by ourselves, don't handle by your from your hands. Okay, we are telling that through Spring Security. So that's why we need to give a session creation policy stateless. Now what we are going to do is authorize requests. Okay, inside this authorize request we need to configure what are the endpoints we need to permit and what are the endpoints should be private or maybe secure. So that information will or configuration will provide here. So let's write authorize. Authorize will use here lambda symbol and then authorize dot request matchers. Here I will give API and star. Okay, and I will say it authenticated. So what do you mean by authenticated? So guys, by using this I'm telling all the endpoints which are starting for API, it should be authenticated. Okay, without JWT, it not should be accessible. And any other, now let me write here, any request, any other request should be permit all. Now any other request, we don't need any kind of security. Okay, so now guys, as I have given any request permit all other than API, other than which endpoint are starting from API slash. So because of this, now it won't give this login page. I mean, we can use this endpoint without providing any username and password. Okay, but let me first finish this, then I will show you. So here I need to add filter. Okay, so currently let me make it null, and basic authentication, here I need to give basic authentication filter dot class. Okay, for now CSFR I will CSRF I will disable. So CSRF dot disable, then dot course. Okay, course policy. So course dot configure source and course configure, course configuration, course configuration source I need to give here. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, let me make it structured and create method course configuration. Yes, let's create it. All right, now HTTP basic with defaults, let's give it with defaults, and let's bring it here. And form login also, let's give it with defaults, and that's it. Remove rendered argument to call add filter. So here we need to give add filter before. All right, so yeah, that's it for our this configuration file. But why it's giving this error, let me check. Okay, we need to return here. So now guys, let's return. So return HTTP return HTTP dot build, and that's it. Let me return here null for now, and let's rerun it. Okay, and let's write here course configuration now. So what I'm gonna do, instead of this null, return new course configuration source. So you can see it has given us one override method, course configuration. By default, get configurations, course configurations. Now here I will provide course configuration. I will define one course configuration variable, configuration, course configuration CFG equal to new course configuration, and then CFG dot set allow origins, and here what we are gonna do, let's give all. Okay, unit. So guys, what are the front-end URL we want to allow? That URL you can pass here. okay, as a array list. If you want, you can pass array list, but I have given here star. That means it will allow all the URLs. So now what I need to do is a collection dot singleton list, and here I need to give stars. So what I mean by that, guys, when you try to access this backend API from any front-end URL, that time it will throw a error like course policy error. So here we need to provide a URL list, like for which URL list it won't give error, course policy error. So that all the front-end URL you can provide here, and if you provide a star, then it will allow all the URLs. That means it won't give course policy error for any front-end URL. All right. And now cfg dot set allow method. What are the methods you want to allow? Okay, like put method, get method, post method. So I will give here all collection dot singleton list, and here I will give star. All the methods I want to allow. cfg dot set credentials, I will make it true. Also set allow headers. So set allow, not method, headers. Here also I will give collection dot singleton list star. Then I want to expose header, so set expose header arrays dot as a list, and here I will expose authorization header, authorization. If you want any other header to expose, you can add that as well. Now cfg dot set max, as you can set here. So let me set here 3600L. Now let's return here cfg, and our work is done. One more thing, guys, we are gonna do is we are gonna write here one method for password encoding. So public password encoder. So password encoder, what it will do, it will encode our password. Okay, before storing in the database, we'll encode our password, and for this we'll use for encoding our password, we'll use this method. We need to provide it bin type, right? That's it for our course configuration, security configuration. We need to make it bin this as well. All right. Now here add filter. So guys, for this add filter, we need to write one filter for this. So what I'm gonna do, I will write here new JWT token validator. Okay, and now we don't have this validator, so let's create one class for this. Okay, inside config, implement filter. Instead of implement filter, what we are gonna use here, extend once per request. Extends, actually it should be extends once per request. Once per request, and implement method do filter internal. Now let's write the implementation of this method. But before this, guys, we need JWT dependency in our project. So what I'm gonna do, I will go to pom.xml. In my previous project, not this one. Here let's go down and this JWT token. Okay, so this 3 dependency I need, guys. I will copy this, go to here, let's go to pom.xml, down here, not here, dependencies here. I will paste this JWT dependencies, and let me scroll down a little bit, and guys, you can say JWT API, JWT implementation, and JWT Jackson. These 3 dependency, guys, you can search on browser. Like let me show you this JWT implementation, IMPL Maven dependency. Okay, like this you need to search, and you will get dependencies. Let's click here, JWT. Okay, IMPL, it's not IMPL, JWT IMPL Maven dependency. It's a IMPL or different? JWT IMPL. Okay, not here. See this IMPL dependencies. Okay, so yeah, you can see JWT IMPL, and then other is same like, guys, for API and this Jackson. Okay, you can search this. Now let's go to here, and I need to give like this. Let's go to validator, and now we can start our implementation. So like do this, yeah. Okay, and now string JWT equal to request.get header. What are the requests are coming? Inside that request we need to get JWT. Okay, so let me write here one JWT constant class JWT constant. Okay, inside that constant I will provide 2 static value, public static final, then string secret key. Okay, secret key, guys, should be the random string, so I will give just randomly. Okay, let me remove this, and second variable I need is JWT header. So JWT header authorization. So here we can use that. So guys, what is the this JWT validator? If you don't know, just write with me and let me finish this. After that I will make you understand why we need this JWT validator and what's the use of this JWT validator. Okay, so don't worry about that, but first let me use your JWT constant dot JWT header. Okay, from this header I will collect the JWT token. Now here I will make a condition. If JWT not equal to null, Okay, if JWT is not null, then JWT equal to JWT dot substring 7. Okay, now guys, why I'm using this substring 7? Because whenever I get the JWT token from authorization header, I will get like this in this format. First, I have a bearer keyword, and then one space. Okay, bearer keyword, then space, then actual my token. So I want this token. Okay, so that's why I need to skip this 7 words like BEARER and this space. So if you count this, it will be 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Okay, so that's why I have used here substring. Now I hope you know about the substring method in the Java. I'm not gonna explain this, guys. Okay, so now let's use here try catch. So inside here I will use secret key. Secret key equal to, now this secret key, guys, will come from our let me show you this where it is. Secret key crypto. Let me remove, and oh yeah, it's fine. Now keys will come from JSON web token dot security. Okay, so let's implement it. Then schema 4 key 4. Now here we need to use JWT constant dot secret key. Okay, which we have write in the this constant, this key dot get bytes. All right, now let's collect the claims. So claims, so guys, these are claims we'll add when we create new JWT token. Okay, that time we'll add this claim into our JWT token, and later we can accept that claim like this. So what we need to we need to use charts from JWT tokens. Charts dot parser builder dot set sign in key. We need to set sign in key here. So let's give here now key this, and build dot parse claims JWT. Here we need to give JWT dot get body. That's it. Now let's access our email from this claims. So how we can do this? String dot value of claim dot get. Inside that we will get one get method. Inside this method we need to give a key. Okay, so our key is email, and let's do this claims. So let's give here claims and claims. Why it's giving me error? Initialize variable claims. Okay, so I need to give like this. All right, now let's string here authorities. Let's collect authorities if we have any provided. So authorities equal to string dot value of claims dot get, and inside this get method I need to provide here authorities. Okay, list of granted authorities. We need to now create into granted authority. So granted authority and auths equal to authority utils. Actually, we don't have authority utils. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is okay guys, give me just 1 second. Let me close this and go to here. Oh, what happened? Okay. Guys, give me just 5 minutes. Okay. How much time it will take to open? Oh, I guess. All right. Let me go to SRC, then yes, I trust. Sorry guys, but yeah, wait for 2 minutes. 1 more minute, not 2 minutes. Okay, authority utils dot comma separated string to authority list, and here I need to give authorities. Now authentication, we need authentication, so let's define here authentication equal to new username password authentication token. Here I need to give email, null and auths. Instead of auths, as I need to give here okay, I guess I haven't imported, that's why it's giving me error, but now it's fine. Now inside security context holder I need to set this. So security context holder dot set context. and here set authentication, actually get context first, get context then set authentication, and here I need to provide authentication. That's it. Now let me write here catch method. If any exception, then throw new bad credential exception. Bad credential exception, okay? Just like invalid token. Invalid token. So guys, now may you have the idea what is the need of this JWT token validator. You can see this invalid token. That means this our class JWT token validator, it will validate the token which are provided by user from the front end. Like that means if token is validated, then it will allow user to access all other secure endpoints, okay, which are starting from API. So let me show you that as well, which are starting from API. If token is validate, then it will allow user to access the secure endpoints. But if token is not validate, then it will give invalid token to user. Okay, so that's the work of a JWT validator. Now one more thing we need to do here is filter chain, filter, we don't have filter chain here. Okay, here filter chain dot do filter, and here we need to give request and response. Okay, if token is validator, then it will allow user to move to next step. Okay, that way, understand like this. Now let's write a JWT provider. So what I'm gonna do, let me minimize it a little bit, and inside this config, now I'm gonna create new class that is nothing but JWT provider. JWT provider means here we will write method for generating JWT. Also we'll write one method for getting emails from that JWT. Okay, so let's write here. Guys, first we need here that secret key which we have written in JWT validator. So what I'm gonna do, I will go to here, I will copy this, go to JWT provider and paste it over here. Okay, now let's write one method, public static string. Static should be in smaller. Static string generate token authentication. Here I need to access authentication. Okay, now collection extends granted authority and authorities array authorities authorities equal to auth dot get authorities. All right, now string roles, so we can exclude all our roles. So what do I need to do, populate authorities. authorities, and here we need to write authorities. So that's how we can get all our roles which we have given inside, JWT token or maybe authentication. All right, so guys, we need to write this populate method. So let's do this. Populate authorities, more action, create, rename reference. Populate authorities. I need to write public static string populate authorities. It will take collection extend granted authority. So let me copy this. Paste it over here. Collection. Okay. Now guys, we are gonna convert this role set of role into string. So let's set of string and auths equal to new as such. For granted authority. Okay, authority and collection. Authority dot add, actually auths I have given here, auths dot add authority dot get authority. Return string dot join and auth. So guys, you may know that's how we can convert set into the string using this join in the in Java. Okay, authorities. All right, now let's complete our this method for generate token. Okay, so let's define here one JWT variable. We'll use jots for this, and jots builder set issue date, new date, let's import this, then let's set expirations. Okay, new date dot get time plus 8641234 So guys, this is the 24 hours time. Okay, after 24 hours this token will be expire. You need to log in again after 24 hours. All right, so now here I need to give claim. So inside this claim I will give email email auth dot get name, then claim authorities. Okay, inside this token I need to give roles as well. Provide roles. Now dot sign in key, here we need to give that key dot compact. That's it, our work is done. So it's creating issue. Static. Okay, let's make it static. All right, and now let's return our JWT. All right, now we need to write one more method from for getting email from our JWT. Here you can guys see that in the claims we are setting emails and authority. So this both are things we can extract as well. So for now we will extract the email from our JWT token. So public static string get email from JWT token, and here string JWT like this, and JWT equal to JWT dot substring. As I told you before, right, why we need this substring. I'm not gonna explain it again. So claims, then claims equal to JWT dot parse builder dot set sign in key dot builds. Or maybe let's go to here and we have this thing. That's how we can, let's copy this, go to here. So let me remove this, we don't need this. Okay, that's how guys we can access the email. And now let's return our email. Let's refresh this. Okay guys, we have configure our Spring security, but still it's generating the default password. Why? Because now we need to implement the custom user service implementation. Okay, once we implement the custom user service implementation, then it won't give that custom password. Instead of, we'll use our own email and password to login, for login. Okay, so let's create one package, new package service, and inside the service I'm gonna write here custom user service implementation, custom service user implementation. All right, now let's annotate with service annotation, and here implements user details service, user details service. Okay, now let's write here user repository and user repository. But guys, we don't have user repository, so let's create one package and do this as well. So new package com.jobs.repository. Inside this repository package, I will create one class, user repository, and inside this user repository, first I need to extend this user repository with data on a JBA repository. Extend with JBA repository. Okay, and here I need to provide a class name. So our class name is a user, and type of the ID which are exist in user model. Okay, so inside guys user model we have provided one ID field. Okay, let me show you that. So you can see here we have provided one ID field. So what is the type of that ID field? That is nothing but long. So that we need to provide here. And also it should be interface, not class. So let's make it interface, user repository. And let's do one thing here. Public, it will return user. Here I'm gonna define one method for finding user using email. So find by email, and here string I need to give email like this. Okay, so that's how guys you need to give find by first, find by in a camel case, then you need to give this field name. Okay, so let's go to user. So here you can see we have an email, so that's why we have given that email. But if you want to find by full name, then instead of email you will give here where it is, instead of email, not here, instead of email here you will give full name or maybe role or anything you want, anything you can give here. Right, now let's go to here, let's import it, user repository, then let's make it auto-wired. And let's return null, return, oh not return actually. And now guys we need to first implement the method. So let's do this. Okay, without writing method, how we can return null? All right, no worries. Now guys let's get our user. So user repository dot find by email, we are going to use here find by email, and email is nothing but username. Okay, let's import this user. Let me go to here and remove this. I will import this user. If user equal to null, then what I'm gonna do is throw new user not found exception. Okay, user not found with email, and here I will give username. But what if user will found? Then let me give here granted authority equal to authorities equal to new array list. And here I will return org.spring frame actually user. So user details, control sets, user details dot user. So what I'm gonna do, user, which user I'm gonna use, this Spring Security user. this user. So let's import it, and here I need to give user.get email, then user.get password, then authorities, and that's it. Guys, when I now refresh this our project, so it won't generate a default password for us. Instead of, it will allow us to use our own username and password for login and register. So you can see now there is no default generated password provided by Spring, because we have implement our custom user service implementation, custom user service here. It will load the user by username which we will provide, and then it will return this user details. All right. Okay guys, so now it's time to implement login method and registered method in our application. So what I'm gonna do is, let's go to service, or maybe let's go to directly controller. Let's create here one controller, new Java class, and here what I'm gonna write here, user controller. Okay, user controller. So inside that user controller, let's do one thing. Let's go to here and user service controller, auth controller. What I'm gonna do, I will copy all this code and don't worry guys, I will explain line by line. So let me create, oh, I haven't created any packages here, so let me first create new package, controller, and let's take and drop inside refactor. Then let's create one more class that is nothing but user class, auth controller. Okay, and guys, we need to annotate with REST controller. So REST controller, let's annotate it with REST controller, and let's import this. Let's we don't need user service, so let me remove this. Okay, we don't now let me explain. So guys, this is our what I have done here, a user repository. Okay, I have defined one user repository, then password encoder. You may remember once when we configure our application configuration, that time I have provided, or I have defined one password encoder method. Okay, we'll use this now in our auth controller. So this password encoder and this custom user service implementation, that this is nothing but this custom user service implementation. All right, now let's go to auth controller again, and here guys, I have defined this create user handler. Okay, sign up method, and I have annotated with post mapping sign up, then public response entity, then auth response. So now we don't have this auth response. Okay, so let's create this class. So create class auth response. Instead of controller, control set, what I'm gonna do, I will write here response. Inside this response, I will generate it, and auth response is nothing but only string JWT, and second we can provide message, also we can provide status. Okay, and let me make it private to all these three. Private, this is also be private, and let's annotate with data, all arts constructor, and no arts constructor. User, then user exceptions. So let me use here exceptions. Okay, we don't have mobile, so let me remove this. All right, so guys, response entity, auth response, then create handler, this is the method name, then request body, inside request body will take user, okay, and throw exception if we get exception. Now let's let's access the email, password, full name, and role from this user. So string email, user.get email, password, user.get password, full name, user.get full name, then role, user.get role. Okay, after accessing all this value, now we'll check if user is exist in our database with this email, then we need to throw exception, like this email is already used with another account. Okay, so here you can see user is email exist equal to user repository dot find email, find by email. So if it's not null, okay, that means user will exist in our database with this email. So we are gonna throw exception, email is already used with another account. All right, if not, if it's null, means not email is not exist in our database, means user is not exist in our database with that email which are provided by user to create a new user, then we are gonna create new user. So here you can see user, create new user, created user dot set email, set full name, then set role and set password. So guys, not one thing here, before setting password we will encode this password, password dot encode, password encoder dot encode and password, then we'll set inside our database. Okay, after that we'll save this user in our database using user repository dot save method, then user repository dot save and saved user. Oh, why I have done this? User repository dot save created user. I don't think I will need it, so let me remove this. Okay, now authentication, new username, password, authentication token. Okay, here I need to provide email and password, then security context holder dot get context and set authentication, and here authentication, and after setting the authentication in security context holder, we need to create token. So let's create token, JWT provider, let's import it, JWT provider dot generate token. Inside that we need to provide authentication. Okay, so authentication will provide here. After generating token, we'll create auth response. So set JWT, set message, and also we can auth response set status, so it will be true. Okay, we can set status as well, but status will be boolean instead of string. Okay, now it won't else. All right, and then return new response entity, auth response. That's it. We know we don't need to provide here auth response. Let me remove it, and our sign in method is complete. Okay, now let's write our sign in method. Sign up method is complete. Now let's write a sign in method. So you can see I have annotated with post mapping, sign in endpoint I have given here, and public response entity, auth response, sign in. Inside request body, guys, here we need email and password. So let's create this login request. So create type login requests. Create type, actually not type, class. I'm gonna create class. So this class, control Z. Instead of controller, I will write here one request. Request package. Okay, inside that package I will create this login request. And as I told guys, we need two things, email and password. So string email and password string password. Okay, and entity actually, sorry guys, it's not gonna be entity. Here I need to provide data. All args constructor, no args constructor. Now let's go to auth controller. Okay, so public response entity, auth response, sign in. Inside request body will take login request. Inside login request we have only two things, email and password. All right, then username and password will abstract the username and password from this login request. So login request dot get email, login request dot get password. After that, authentication. So authentication equal to authenticate. So guys, this method authenticate we have implemented here. Okay, it will return authentication. So I will explain it later. Let's finish this. So here I need to provide username and password, then it will return authentication. Now this authentication will use to create JWT token and set this authentication inside security context holder. You can see just like sign up method, security context holder dot get context dot set authentication and authentication. Then let's create a JWT token, JWT provided dot generate token and auth response. So set message, login message, login success, and auth response dot set status will be true. Okay, then let's return our auth response. All right, that's done. Now let's understand this authenticate. So you may have question like, guys, here you are not matching password. Okay, you are not matching password, then how can you allow user to log in? So this logic guys we are we are doing in authenticate method. So first user details is equal to custom user details. Okay, dot load user by username. So first thing what we are gonna do is whatever username or email we have get from here, using that email we are gonna load user using the custom user service implementation. So here you can see we have a load user by username method inside our custom user service implementation. So using this load user by username method will load username, will load user, whole user. Okay, so here we'll get user details. So if user detail is null, then we'll throw exception, invalid user or password. If user details is not null, then what we are going to do is we'll compare the password which are provided by user from the front end and second is present in our database. So you can see password encoder. So inside password encoder we'll get one method that is nothing but matches. So password encoder dot matches. So this is password. First we need to provide the password that are provided by user from the front end. Okay, and in the second parameter we need to provide encoded password which are presented in our database. Okay, if it is a match, then it will return true, else it will return false. So here I will write not sign. Okay, that means if it's written true, then it will make false, and if it's written false, then it will make true. So it will act as a opposite direction. Okay, opposite. So yeah, now if it's match, if it's not match, then we need to throw exception, invalid username or password. And if it match, then we'll come here, and from here we'll return this authentication. Okay, username password authentication token, which we are using here. So yeah guys, that's it for this our sign in method. Now it's time to check our sign in method and sign up method in the post main. So let's open the post main, or so let's go to our task management microservice and user service. So sign up. First let's sign up. So you can see we have Ram and his role is customer. Okay, and here we need to provide one auth sign up. So I need to give here auth, where here request mapping. Request mapping auth. Now let's sign up, and I have get the one no static resource auth sign up. So let's go to here, auth, then sign up. Stop and run. Task user service. Auth and sign up. Yeah, it's correct. Let's do this again. And that's it guys. You can see register success and we have get this token. Okay, now let's log in as well with Ram's account. So first let's try to log in with this account. So what it's giving? Unauthorized, you can see. But let's write here Ram. See, login success. Okay, now get user profile using JWT. Okay, so let's go to here, and for this guys we need to write one method. We haven't write, but let's do this. Project. Let's go to user service. Inside services, let me write here a user service, Java class interface user service. Okay, and public, it will return user get user profile by JWT. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I will write the implementation of user service. So class user service implementation. Okay, implements user service. All right, now it will ask us to add unimplemented method, so let's add it, and also let's annotate it with service annotation. and we need here user repository also. So let's define the user repository. Private user repository. Private user repository. Okay, let's import this user repository and let's make it auto wired. Get user profile. Okay, now what we need to do is first we need the email from JWT token. So JWT provider dot get email from JWT, and let's provide here JWT, and it will return string email. Okay, now using this email we'll find the user. So user repository dot find by email. And let's return it. Alright, now let's write the controller for user controller. So we need to annotate it with REST controller, and here request mapping ABI user. Okay, profile here I will give. So public response entity, here I will return user. Okay, get user profile, and what I need to do is request header. Okay, authorization. Inside this authorization I will take JWT, string JWT, and let me fix this. I need to provide a response entity like this, user. Okay, now user equal to I need here user service. So private user service, and let's make it auto wired, and user service dot get user profile. Here I need to give JWT. That's it. Let's return new response entity, and user HTTP status, HTTP status dot okay. Okay, that's it. Now let's define here endpoint. So it's gonna be get mapping, and let me give here profile. That's it, guys, that's it. Now let's go to here and let's use that token. So what I'm gonna do, I will copy this token, I will go to environment globals, and here I will remove this token and give here rams token. Let's go to collection, get user profile, and inside authorization you need to check bearer token. Inside bearer token I need to give that token, so you can see our token is coming here. Okay, or guys, directly also you can give like this. Okay, if you don't want to use variable, then you can directly use like this. So let me send, and it's giving invalid token. Why? Let's go to here, check what is the problem, stop and run. I guess I have one error here. This one. Okay. Now it will work fine. So now let's go to Postman again. Let's hit this again. Okay. Invalid token again. Bad credential exception. So let me log in again. Login success. Use this copy. Let's go to profile. Remove this. Control V. Save this. Okay, I guess we have a problem with validator, maybe profile. So let's go to validator. This try catch if condition. JWT dot not null. Email authorities. JWT constant, security key, get bytes, all these things are done. Good to go. Wait. No. Yeah. ABI users or maybe a user. Let's check the endpoint first. So let's go to user controller. Oh, it's users. So let me do this. Stop and run. Request mapping, ABI users, then profile, get mapping. Okay, let's go to here. I want API users profile. API users profile. Okay, let's do one thing. First, let's create our home controller. No, actually no need to create a home controller because we have already logged in and signed in, right? So it's working, but this is only not working. It's giving us this validator issue. A JWT header. Okay, let me check constant authorization. It's done. So guys, let's sign in here. JWT check JWT is coming or not. I mean print. Okay, dot println and JWT. Let's check. All right, now let's go back. Go below. Invalid token. Okay, so JWT we are getting here, and bearer token is also coming. So JWT dot substring. It will. Now it's not null, so it will go to here inside this substring, and from try catch to it's going here, right? Invalid token. So let's go to provider. Okay. Don't know what is the problem. Claims, charts, parse builder, set sign in key, build, parse claim, JWT, parse claims JWT. I guess the problem is here. Parse claims JWT. So guys, let me check this parse claim. JWT and JWS. What should be header? JWT header. Let's give it just 1 minute. It will be fixed soon. How much time it will take? Yes guys, this JWS will come here, not JWT. That's why it's giving us error. Here I need to give JWT. Then dot get body. Okay, also we need to check this inside JWT provider as well. So here also JWS will come. Okay, now let's refresh this once, and this time it will work fine. No worries. Okay, so let's go to here, and yeah guys, you can see we have RAM, email, password, role, full name and ID. So one more guys method we will need. So let me implement that as well for all the users. Okay, so public list of user get all users. Okay, now let's go to implementation of user service, and let's implement this method and just return user repository dot find all. Okay, now let's go to controller, user controller, just copy this thing, Control V, and now no need to write this profile. Let's remove it and just get all user, or maybe just get users. Okay, get all users, and now here I need to give list of user instead of single user. Also let me provide here list and users and users. That's it. So yeah, now let's find all the users as well. So what I'm gonna do, I will copy this and add new request. This unauthorized, so let me make it authorized, bearer token. Now guys, instead of this I will it will work fine. But what I'm gonna do is I will use here this variable. Okay, here also I will use variable. Yeah. All right, now let's rename it get all users. And you can see currently we have only one user, so we are getting one user. But if we have multiple users, then we can get those as well. So let me sign up one more. So instead of Ram, this time I will give Pablo. And let's give here Pablo Pandey. Okay. And no need to give mobile number. Let me remove this. Our role will be customer. Let's send it. And let's go to all users. And you can see now we have two users. One is Pablo and second is Ram. So yeah guys, that's it for user service. In the next service, in the next video, we are gonna complete task service. Okay, then submission service and all this. So yeah, that's it for this video. Let's meet in the next video.